Now, the Florida Supreme Court has determined that these insurance industry claims of a crisis in medical malpractice claims was in fact completely bogus, made up, and was a complete PR story on behalf of the insurance lobby. Obviously, the most populous state here in California, they've been working overtime to make people believe the same thing, haven't they?
Well, the Supreme Court of Florida's decision was based upon an equal protection argument that people that are injured by the negligence of healthcare providers shouldn't be limited in their damages, whereas other cases such as automobile accidents, slip and falls, product liability claimants are not limited. And this is an argument that may go all the way to the United States Supreme Court. As far as California, we're governed by a law called MICRA, and that law has been in place since 1975. And there's been several cases in California that have gone to the California Supreme Court, and the California Supreme Court has not accepted an equal protection argument. They have not found the MICRA law to be unconstitutional. So one of two things have to happen here in California for us to get some kind of resolution more quickly than waiting for the United States Supreme Court to act, if they even will act. And that is the form of referendum, which will be voted on by the voters of California. And it's a law that has been produced by consumer advocates, and they're asking the voters to vote on. Two parts of the law would be, number one, that all healthcare providers, such as doctors, would have to undergo testing for substance abuse on a somewhat reasonable basis, and that also that non-economic damages, such as pain and suffering, which are now limited to $250,000, will be increased to something in the range of $1.1 million. And there will also be a cost of living factor that's attached to that as well. This is one way to change the law, and hopefully that the voters of California will vote to approve that law. Similar laws have been put forth in the past which have not been successful due to the medical lobby and the insurance lobby putting massive monies against it. The other alternative, which may be within the next 2 or 3 years, is that the makeup of the California Supreme Court may change. At the present time, it's a fairly conservative Supreme Court. Many of the members of the court were in place under Republican regimes. And at the present time, Jerry Brown, of course, is the governor of California. He's a Democrat, and he would have a say, especially if he's reelected, which I believe he will be. He will have a say to replacing retiring Supreme Court justices who are conservative with maybe more liberal Supreme Court justices who may find MICRA to be unconstitutional if we don't get a law passed. And it's very ironic because Jerry Brown was the governor when MICRA was passed back in 1975, so perhaps things will come full circle.